Hello, welcome to another stream. How about that? How about that? As usual, I bet you didn't expect that. Yes, how about that? How about that? Welcome everyone. Hello, Nerdy Beach U1, Antrax09, Feng Chi, I Good Duke, hello, Sasala23, I don't know how to pronounce the nickname, but hello. Super Kali, hello, welcome. Derpan, Desum, Course 94, Thrash 5, I hope you exercised today. If you didn't, I'm gonna ban you, John. Hello. Welcome everyone. Here Hudson Blots, hello, LL Zor. Jiang, hello. Welcome. Simois 5. Hello. So today is a Thursday, and that means today, according to the schedule, we're doing nothing. Believe it or not. Not the game, I mean, no, not everybody knows what the game, but today is supposed to be a day off. So I'm not supposed to be streaming at all. But I'm doing that because I have no life. That's why. So because currently there is Advent of Code in place, and we are obligated, it's the law, to solve one Advent of Code problem today. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So I heard a lot of rumors about today's problem. So I heard it's, let's put it this way, harder than the yesterday's one. And there were not many people who enjoyed it. So I prepared for a huge pain in the ass. That's right. So, and the language of today, by the way, there is another rule, is that we have to use a different language for each and individual problem. That's right. So far, you can find the source code for all of the problems that we solved so far. And so far, we used 22 different languages. That was painful, not gonna lie. 22. The previous one was Groovy, and here are all of the languages we used so far, and we cannot use them anymore. We wasted them. Wasted all languages, yeah, so I'm literally like scraping the bottom of the barrel now, and the language of today is Dart. Yes, I never, like I was actually thinking about circumstances at which I'm gonna program in Dart. And I would never expect to be them to be this. Yeah. Yeah, let's actually take a look. So Dart is a language developed by Google, I think. I think it was created by Google. Apparently they thought, Go is not enough. We need another language. How about that? So, and yeah, luckily, Dart is statically typed, strongly typed, compiled language, and it also compiles to native code. So it's like proper programming language, as I would call it, a proper programming language. So, and yeah, hopefully that will help me a little bit to, solve the problem today. Swift, by the way, I legit yesterday tried to make Swift work on my machine, and if I succeeded, today's language would be Swift. So you can guess what happened. I didn't succeed. So essentially Swift for Linux, without Docker and any virtualization shit that Apple actually suggests me, it only works on Ubuntu. Seriously, because they depend on very specific libraries or very specific ABIs or very specific libraries that just don't exist in Debian, and they can only work on Ubuntu. Which is fucking bullshit. Dart doesn't give a shit, by the way. It actually depends on so few libraries that it just works on any Linux distro. Like it just works. So yeah, and that's what we're gonna use today. I'm gonna try to set up Swift on my machine yet again. And if I succeed, maybe we're gonna do Swift. If we don't, I'm sorry. It is what it is. All right, so let's go. Let's start Team Ukes. About that. Objective-C, I'm not even sure. Like, I know that GCC has Objective-C, but we'll see. So it could be a plan like B or something. So let's go to Awk, and fetch the latest changes. By the way, off screen, I did a little bit of a cleanup for my solutions. Let me show you what exactly what I did. So I went through each individual solution, through all of them, and updated their readmes. So now if you click on any solution, you will also get a link to the screencast. That's a nice thumbnail, by the way. So it's like exactly the same t-shirt. Yes, so essentially, yeah, you can click there and you can just watch me solving this specific problem. So yeah, we don't have a screencast for all of them because I upload them on the next day, so we don't have a screencast for Ruby. But today, after the stream, I'm gonna add the Ruby screencast, Groovy, not Ruby, Groovy screencast. So it's already on the YouTube. I just need to wait 24 hours before I'm legally allowed to open it up for the public. So yeah. Let's create another folder. Make dir23 Dart. Dart. Okay, where we can download this shit? Try Dart, get Dart. Zoomer language, am I right? So instead of like a good old download button, you can try Dart, you can get Dart. Get Dart. Okay, so let's get Dart. And of course you have to run Dart SDK, you have to add the repos and shit like that. Debian packages, I remember that you can do that. Yeah, downloading the SDK as a zip file. How about that? How about that? So we are on 64-bit platform, and this is what I'm gonna download. I cannot even copy paste this thing. Okay, I have to literally just click on it and it will start downloading. That's very strange. Is that something with my mouse? Ah, I think... Oh, I see. My mouse double clicks, apparently. So that's probably why. Nice. So I'm currently downloading it. I think I already downloaded. It's 156 megabytes. And let's take a look. So it's a Dart SDK. I'm gonna move it right here, right now, right here, right now. 157 megabytes. 157 megabytes. Let's take a look at what's inside. So we're gonna do a tarball or zip file unboxing. How about that? Okay, so it contains just Dart SDK. That's the only thing it contains. Cool. And let's actually unpack it. Hopefully it's not gonna blow up inside of our folder or anything like that. Wait a second, did it actually have several folders, or am I crazy? Yeah, I think I'm crazy. Everything's okay. So, and if we go inside of the Dart SDK, we have this thing. So we have binaries and shit. Let's take a look at the binaries and shit. So here are the binaries. And if you take a look at the binary of Dart, it is fucking ELF 64-bit executable. Haven't seen that in a while. How about that? Can you develop a programming language executable of which is native executable? This is literally like a lost art. Nobody knows how to make native executables in 2020, seriously. It's like a 1% of people know that the concept of native executable. So, cheers by the way. I don't have that much water today because, I mean, we ran out of water in Siberia. We literally have to melt snow. Alright, so what do we have? And if I take a look at the dependencies of this thing, yeah, look at the dependencies. It only depends on the standard shit that any Linux distro provides, and the ABI doesn't really deviate that much between them, right? So, and if I try to run something like this, it's going to be Dart. The Dart tool. Wait, what? Dart tool uses Google Analytics to anonymously report features usages. Holy shit! We're living in a beautiful future. This is like this is some sort of like a dystopian shit right here. Holy fuck. Okay, you can disable it apparently, and I wonder what it does. It probably fucking modifies something in your folder, in your home folder. And I probably have to do something like this bin, and it won't even tell me how exactly it will disable that. Anonymously analytics enabled to enable it again, run the command. Okay, so even compiler in 2020 has a telemetry. Holy shit. Open source, by the way. Is Dart open source? Is Dart open source? Dart language. Dart programming language. License BSD, by the way. That's the beautiful open source of 2020. Alright, so let's continue. Let's write a simple hello world. Dart hello world. Oh, hello there, Rookie Vervium, welcome. .NET Core compile, like, yeah, so it's Microsoft, Google, they all want to know what the fuck you're doing. I hope Jai doesn't have telemetry. Imagine Jai had telemetry. Alright, so what's the extension? Is it .dart? Yes, it is .dart. So it's gonna be .dart, and I'm gonna start Emacs. And it's gonna be void. Where's, yeah, here it is, void. I don't have an extension for Dart. Wait, you can use single quotes for strings? All right, so we need to install the extension for Dart real quick. So Dart mode. So this time we don't have a whole organization dedicated to a single Emacs mode as we had yesterday. Am I right? Okay, so let's actually try to install this extension. So I have a special list where I keep all of my extensions. So it's going to be Dart mode, and I'm going to just install it like this. So it's taking some time, as usual. Just install. Okay, I'm gonna save that, and I'm gonna open it up. The developers of that mode have no idea about auto loading. They literally have no idea, so they probably want you to wait. Oh, okay, I fucked up. I think I fucked up. I think it didn't fully like install or something like that. But anyway, so everything's okay. So hello world, and let's try to run Dart SDK bin Dart on main Dart, and I forgot a semicolon. Oh, it doesn't even compile, it just interprets it. Well, I mean, how do you compile it though? Wait a second, I remember that it had some sort of a subcommands. Compile, okay, so we can compile. Can I compile main Dart? Could not find a subcommand. Ah, so the compile itself also has a subcommand. Alright, so cool. And it actually takes so much time to compile, holy fuck, and it's a native compiler, right? Generated main.exe on my Linux machine. .exe. And if I take a look at what the fuck is that, it is Elf executable with .exe extension. And here we go, it said hello world. I just ran it, it said hello world. Okay, so yeah, it can compile to native shit. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. 5 megabytes, by the way. Yeah, it includes the whole runtime. So I mean, come on, it's 2020. Memory is cheap. So yeah, you have terabytes like of disk space. Don't even worry about that. How are you able to run exe on Linux? Well, that's the secret of Linux. Linux is so powerful, you can run exe files on it. How about that? I'm a 70 boy. Well, sorry. It is 2020, and memory is cheap. We don't even free memory when we allocate it. We just allocate as many memory as we want, and we never free it because it's like memory is dirt cheap. Like, don't even worry about that. I think in 2020 we don't even need garbage collectors. Seriously, just remove garbage collectors and just, you know, let it leak. Let it leak, let it leak, let it leak, oh, let it leak. Memory costs nothing. Yes, that's the song. All right, so I want to move my SDK to my OPT folder. So I'm gonna quickly remove all of that. So it's gonna be Dart SDK, and let's move Dart SDK to OPT, right? And let's just see what's gonna happen. So, and let's go here, unzip Dart SDK. Cool. Because it has to be sudo. There we go. So yeah. And the thing I will have to do is I will have to create like environment variable, environment files, a special environment file which will set up environment for Dart for me. Let me copy paste. Which one I'm gonna set up? I'm gonna take the Scala environment. So here's the Scala environment, and I'm gonna have a Dart environment. sh, yet again, have to do it like that. Then I'm gonna do a vim Dart environment, and where is the Dart? So have to grab. It doesn't even have a version. Okay, so it's just a Dart SDK. OPT Dart SDK. Cool. And now I'm gonna close that, and then I'm gonna do source Dart environment. And if I go to home programming AOC, it's using AOC 2020, and I'm gonna do which Dart. It didn't work. I fucked it up. How could I fuck it up? The fuck? I somehow fucked up. Okay. One more time. How did I fuck it up? Okay. What is going on? Holy fuck. Okay. Can I do something like a recursive thing on Dart SDK? So like everywhere, just do that. And okay, and Dart SDK. So this is because I unpacked with. Okay, that was a dumb idea, by the way. That was a very dumb idea, by the way. So let's remove Dart SDK. Yeah, just do it, and unzip. I just only needed to do that on a directory. I didn't have to do that on the whole thing. Okay, so 755 Dart SDK. Cool. Now I'm gonna exit, and if I do Dart which still doesn't work, I want to try to do source OPT Dart environment, right? Which Dart still can do that because it's okay. I can not access Dart SDK somehow. Yes, I can access bin, but I cannot go there. I cannot go there because why? I cannot look into. Yes, because I also need to do that for the bin. Oh, holy fuck. Okay. Why did they said? Okay, and they set up proper permissions for include and leap. For include and leap. Holy fuck, like Google, do you even know how to use Linux or something? Like Jesus fucking Christ, why? Does zip even store this kind of permissions? I'm not even sure if it does store them. Like it is extremely weird. Like what the fuck? And I still cannot access all of that because, okay, Dart SDK, bin Dart, right? And I still cannot access that because why? It's still permission denied. Wait a fucking second. What did I do? Bin. Holy fuck, why am I wasting my time on that? This is so dumb. Thank you, Google. Very cool. Such a stupid shit. Like, could you just set up proper permissions so people can unpack it anywhere? Like, I never had any problems like that with anything before. Holy fuck. Alright. So, Dart. I have Dart. I can run it. Everything's okay. Dart main, 23. Dart main, Dart. Cool. So everything looks okay. Everything looks okay. And let's see how we're gonna do command line arguments. Command line args. Write command line apps. No, this is not what I want. I want command line arguments. Is it the same as with anything else where I accept command line arguments through the main? What the hell is going on here? Okay, it's probably something with my dark reader. But I can see that it's list string arguments. List string args. And let's actually put args here. Okay, so it's gonna be Dart. Oh yeah, I need to start Emacs from within the development environment. Okay, so Dart, main Dart. Okay, so it seems to be working. Foobar buzz. Okay, so we do have command line arguments. Now, next one. Dart for each. So there's a for each method of iterable classes or something like that. People are talking about that. Implementation. So you do have just for each. Okay. Nice. So this is really strange for okay, so string arg in args, and can I do print arg? I need a semicolon here. Cool. And why there was like a delay after it printed everything? It was really strange. Solve file, and it's gonna be just string file path. Print. Do we have string interpolation? Dart string interpolation. Is this website written in Dart? Okay. Holy shit, like it was loading like JavaScript and pictures. Okay, you do have string interpolation. Okay, whatever. Now, oh yeah, you can do it like that. Cool. So input file, semicolon. Cool. Didn't work because I forgot to do solve file, and we're gonna do it like this. It's gonna be file path. Cool. So we have that. So far so good. I'm really happy with what I see so far. Dart read file. How do you read files? So we need to learn how to read files. So there's a file, there's a Dart.io library. So you first need to import Dart.io, right? And then, okay, not bad. New file, file path, read as string. New file, file path, read as string. Cool. And you use then, because it probably returns some sort of a future or a promise or whatever the fuck it is called in that specific language. In different languages it's called just differently, right? So that's why I don't even bother remembering how it's called. So the concept is the same. Alright, so, and it fails, cannot open file foo. Cool. So that's exactly what I expected. I'm gonna provide some, like a bunch of numbers here, right? I'm gonna provide a bunch of numbers. And so specifically we're gonna run it with sample txt. Okay, so exactly, it's called future in Dart specifically. Cool. So, and then we can do it like that, and you define lambdas like this. Okay, so far I like the syntax. Syntax is pretty consistent. So here's the content. It's easy to guess and stuff like that. Yeah, I really like this lambda syntax, by the way. I really like this lambda syntax. You know why? Because it's literally a function definition without the return type and the name. Look at that. This is the consistency of the syntax. And now look at the function definitions in Rust and lambdas in Rust. C++ lambdas are also pretty close to that. They also have like additional capture part, but I mean, whatever. Okay, so then you can try to print the content. Okay, so what do we have here? And of course I'm forgetting semicolons. And it works so far. It actually works so far. Cool. I want to actually split everything by lines, but I wonder if I can do something like read as lines. For that, I need a list of all of the methods of the file. So read as string. Do you have other read as's? So read as a string synchronous, read as... There we go, I guessed it. Read as lines, so you can read a thing as lines. So, and it gives you a future. Okay, so this is actually pretty cool. A read as lines, and then you have a list, and here are the lines, and then you can then just do something like this, and there we go. Here are the lines. But what's interesting is, can you map the list? Can I map it? I should be able to map it. Yeah, there we go. You can map it and you get iterable, I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, I'm sorry. It's also lazy, well, that's what's important. It's also lazy. You can do something like lines map, and you have a single line, and within a single line we need a way to convert it to an integer. Dart string to integer. Let's see how to do that. Let's see how to do that. To int. Parse int. So they do have string to integer. So it has to be something like int parse line plus 69. So this is what we're gonna do here. And after we've done that, I probably can do something like for each print. Can I do something like that? Is that even possible? Yep, semicolon, semicolon. It's not possible. Yay. I'm really happy that it's not possible. But we can try to do something like this. Okay, so iterable. Speaking of iterable, is it possible to turn it into a string? Maybe we don't even have to do that. So if I try to do print, okay, let's go now. Okay, so that's the only thing I want to do. Okay, so it literally didn't... Oh, wait a second. Maybe I have to return it? Ah, I see. I see. You have to return it. Now that makes sense. Okay. It's kind of funny how it didn't even... Okay, I thought it's strongly typed. Holy fuck. Cool. So yeah, so far we learned how to parse command line arguments, how to read files, how to iterate, map, and everything. So I think chat, we are ready to tackle the problem. How about that? How about that? Let's actually go into the advent of code. Let's go into the advent of code and read the description of the problem. Advent of code. So yeah, so we're almost over, by the way. Almost over. Crab cups. Interesting name. The small crab challenges you to a game. The crab is going to mix up some cups, and you have to predict where they will end up. What do you mean mix up some cups? Okay, so it's like, okay. The cups will be arranged in a circle that labeled clockwise. Well, for you it's counterclockwise, but for me it's clockwise. Your puzzle input. Cups will be arranged in a circle labeled clockwise, your puzzle input. For example, if your labeling were 32515, there would be 5 cups in a circle going clockwise around the circle. From the first cup, the cups would be labeled 3, 2, 4, 1, 5, and then back to 3 again. Back to back. Before the crab starts, it will designate the first cup to your list as the current cup. The crab then going to do 100 moves. That's a lot of moves. Alright. So each move the crab does the following actions. So crab picks up 3 cups that are immediately clockwise of the current cup. So it doesn't take the current cup, but you know, the next like 3. Dort, they are removed from the circle. Cup spacing is adjusted as necessary to maintain the circle. Cool. The crab select destination cup, the cup with the label equal to the current cup's label -1. One more time. The crab selects a destination cup, the cup with a label equal to the current cup label -1. Okay. If this would select one of the cups that was just picked up, the crab will keep subtracting 1 until it finds a cup that wasn't just picked up. If at any point in this process the value goes below the lowest value in any cup's label, it wraps around to the highest value of any cups labeled instead. The crab places the cup it just picked up so that they immediately clockwise of the destination cup. They keep the same order as when they were picked up. The crab selects a new current cup, the cup which is immediately clockwise of the current cup. Holy fuck. It's so cryptic. And okay, it feels like yesterday problem, to be fair. It feels like something that we need to simulate yet again. But yeah, for example, suppose your cup labeling were this, right? If the crab were to do merely 10 moves, the following change would occur. Okay, you pick that one, move. Okay, so pick up 291, destination 2. Okay, then 2 moved to here. I see. Okay. Oh, and then it only then removed. I see. Oh, they moved. I thought they are removed. Thought they are removed or something. And removed from the circle cup spacing is adjusted to maintain the circle. But it says it removes them. What the fuck? Wait a second. They are removed. Okay. In the above example, the cup's values are the labels as they appear moving clockwise around the circle. The current cup is marked with that. Okay, cool. After the crab is done What order will the cups be in? Starting after the cups labeled 1, collect the other cups. Starting after the cups labeled 1, collect the other cups labeled clockwise into a single string with no extra spaces. Each number except 1 should appear exactly once. In the above example, after 10 moves the cups clockwise from one labeled, so producing this. If the cup were to complete all 100 moves, the order of the cup 1 would be, after cup 1 would be that. After using labeling, simulate 100 moves. After your labeling simulate 100 moves, what are the labels on the cups after cup 1? Holy shit. It's just a simulation and cryptic rules. It's like literally like yesterday's problem. It's literally yesterday's problem. Simulate these cryptic rules and tell us what's the result. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Like it's... and of course, like the rules are described so you can easily confuse something. Okay. Cool. Let's take a look at... So we have a sample, right? So we have a sample. Well, I mean, it is hard, so the difficulty comes from understanding what the fuck they want from us. That's the main difficulty, right? It's not about the code anymore. Oh, your puzzle input. Okay, so it's... Wait. Is it the same as the sample? Ah, no, it's not the same as the sample, but it kind of starts the same 389, 368. Okay, so I mean... Hard like capture, yeah, exactly. It's literally capture. So, it's a good one. So, and essentially what we're reading is just that. Cool. You know what? I'm gonna make a cup of tea before I go into this madness, because I will need to read the rules again. Until I understand them. I don't want to jump into implementing anything unless I fully understand, because I already did that before and that ended up really badly. So yeah. All right, does anyone have any questions you know, to me while making a cup of tea? Maybe about Dart. As you know, I'm a professional Dart developer. I have more than 5 years of experience in Dart, in UI and backend. So maybe you can ask, you want to ask me something about Dart. Go ahead, I'm gonna give you free consultation on Dart. Which music is that? It's a lo-fi. It's a lo-fi. So yeah. By the way, I ran out of Earl Grey. So I'm using just a regular tea. It's probably something like English breakfast or something. Where is Dart useful? It's useful everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. You should get some Dart in your life. Trust me, your life will improve dramatically. We want to see 1C language. I'm sorry, I only program in open source languages. 1C is not open source. What is the best language gonna be? Dart, of course. I mean, Dart is just the best language. Rewrite RCUI Dart when? We don't even need to do that. It's already done by Google. It's called Flutter. PHP 8 or Dart, of course. I mean, PHP 8 is dead. I use null safety. Yes, I do. I do use null safety every day. Even 3 times a day. Before the meal. What do you think about Borrow Checker? What is it? Never heard of it. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the kitchen and turn on the kettle, and I'm gonna get back pretty quickly. Don't go anywhere. If you close the stream, you're gonna get permabanned on this channel. So watch the stream while I'm making a cup of tea, okay? So yeah. What's up? How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the streams. So let's try to read this one more time. Holy fuck. Okay. The cups will be arranged in a circle, labeled clockwise. Your puzzle, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I understand that. 100 moves, cool. Have you found the solution in Google? Yes, I went to kitchen to Google the solution, okay? So because the problem is so hard, I couldn't solve it myself, yes. The crab picks up the 3 cups that are immediately clockwise of the current cup. So what is the, before crab start, it will designate the first cup as in the list as the current cup. Okay, so this is the current cup, and then we pick up 3, they are removed from the circle. Cups spacing is adjusted as necessary to maintain the circle. Cool. The crab selects a destination cup, the cup with a label equal to the current cup label -1. If this would select one of the... so does it select it like randomly or goes to the... Right. Okay. If this one until the finds cup wasn't just picked up. If at any point in this process the value goes below the lowest value on any cup's label, it wraps around to the highest value on any cup's label instead. The crab places the cups it just picked up so that they are immediately clockwise after the destination cup. Ah! Okay. Ah, so okay, after the... Oh, all right, I'm an idiot. I see where they went. So it picks up these 3, then finds the one that is current -1 and places them immediately after that. Cool. The cup places immediately clockwise of the destination, so they keep the same order as they were picked up. The cup selects a new current cup, the cup which is immediately clockwise of the current cup. Alright. Okay. So I think I understand it a little bit better now. Just a little bit better. So 3, 892, we just picked them up. Then 2, and we place it afterwards. Destination becomes... Alright. Destination 7. Destination 7. Alright. Cool. Okay, I more or less understand. Well, like roughly understand. So let's just implement it, I suppose. So in this particular case, maybe we don't even need any of this shit, right? Maybe we don't even need anything. So we can just try to like read as string. Read as string. So here it is. So here's the input file. We read a string. So this is the content. And in here we're gonna do part 1, right? So this is gonna be part 1, but we might as well do something like this. Part 1 content, and this is part 1. There we go. This is part 1. So the next one is gonna be void part 1 string content. And what do we have to return? What are the labels of the cup after cup 1? So it has to be string as well, right? Oh, wait, I mean, it has to be like this. I keep forgetting. So, and for now we can just return the content, why not? Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to make a makefile. So we're gonna have a bunch of inputs, which are sample.txt and input.txt. And we're gonna have a phony test. So we depend on main Dart and a bunch of inputs. And in here what we do Dart, main Dart, and just provide the inputs. There we go. And yeah, let's do make and let's see how it goes. There we go. Oh, this one is interesting. Huh. I see. The order is so weird because they're futures. Yeah, because they are futures. That makes so much sense. Okay, so I'll have to move here then. My kettle is ready, by the way. My kettle is ready, so I need to go and you know, pour some water for my tea. Okay, hello. It's me, Zojin. Okay, can you trim strings in Dart, by the way? Because I want to trim them, because there's some extra new lines that I'm not happy about, so who are you? It's me, Zojin. Don't you recognize me? So we're gonna do something like trim here. Can you do a several thens? Can you like, yeah, something like then trim? Is that a thing you can do? That would be actually pretty cool if you can do it like that. But you can't do it like that because it's not Scala. It's not a Scala. So string content, right? And then we'll have to do content. All right, and oh, you also have to return this stuff. Okay, cool, so we don't have any extra stuff that is not needed anymore. So it would be cool to just be able to pass a method for this thing, but it's kind of... Maybe there's other way to do that. Dart lambdas. Are there like alternative syntaxes for lambdas that will enable me with running the method without wrapping it with any additional lambda, because it's not particularly convenient, and I would expect it to be like a pretty common way of doing that. Okay. So there's only one way of writing lambda in Dart, essentially, if I understand correctly, right? So there's only one way to do that. Okay, Dart lambda method. Is that a thing you can do? Arrow function lambda functions in Dart, or is a short? Okay, so it doesn't read. Maybe it will tell me something, I'm not sure. It's a Medium article that will load for 30 minutes for me. It's 2 minutes to read, but it's gonna load longer than that. Thank you, that was very useful. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that that's the only way I can do it like that. Okay, cool. Now, so what we're gonna do here, we need to pick up the first one. Medium, more like heavy. Ah, very funny. You can use the short arrow. That solves the problem that I had. That solves the problem that I had. Do you know what's the problem I was talking about, Super Kylie? Do you know the problem I was talking about? Alright, so I think my tea is ready, and we're ready to do what? A TSMR? Arrow was too long. Yeah. So that's the problem I was having. It's just the arrow too long. I need a short arrow. Yes, that's exactly what was the problem I had. Alright, are you ready? TSMR. Are you happy now, chat? Are you happy? The rest of the tea. The rest of the tea. There we go. Cool. Now, let's go back to Dart. What kind of tea is that? Black tea, I think. All right. So we need to do what? We need to do iterations. Can I do something like this? And then just, you know, print this thing 10 times. Hello, Annaboth. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How are you doing? Really glad to see you. Yes, it is Dart. I'm really running out of the languages, okay? I was trying to set up Swift today and it didn't work. So I went with Dart and it worked on my machine, so yeah. Anything that works on my machine is already better than something that doesn't work on my machine, so I think it kind of makes sense. So, alright, we need to do a thing for 100 times, right? We need to do a thing for 100 times. We can actually try to do it for one time, just to see how it's gonna go. So yeah, in the sample we have 10 moves, so I might as well actually do something like this. We have a 10 moves. Okay. Honestly, so far it's a pretty good. You can easily forget to do a return, and it will compile. First of all, it will just return null to you. I don't think it's a good language in that regard. But Kotlin, Dart, and Groovy are the same thing. Isn't that cheating? No, they're not the same thing. If I like try to interpret this with a Ruby interpreter, it's not gonna work. So that's the criteria essentially. That's the criteria essentially. By the way, C, according to that criteria, is the same as C++. So that could be cheating actually by that criteria. So I don't know, but I don't have better criteria anyway. So not 25, 24 actually 24 languages. God damn it. Actually 24 languages. Okay, so we have the current one, right? So we have current, which is 0, so it's that. And now what I need to do, I need to pick up 3 elements right after the current one. So does Dart support any slices? String slice. Let's see. So we can do substring. Okay, that's a good thing. But unfortunately, it's kind of dangerous, I would say, because it can wrap around. So that's the main problem with all of that. So we need a substring that can wrap around. A substring that can wrap around. If you write the return type and don't return anything, that it will compile, I guess. What? Okay. So yeah, essentially, if you have something like this, right? A, B, C, D, and you want to take a substring starting from 0, 1, 2, and you want to take like 4 of them, right? And you would expect that to be C, D, A, B. It's not going to be C, D, A, B. C, dab. It's not going to be C, dab. It's going to be a runtime error. I'm pretty sure about that. Let's actually find out. Well, it was not a runtime error per se, though. It just did something incorrectly. I mean, it's probably a good correct behavior, but we need wrapping around. Wrap substring. So we're gonna accept the string as. So, and we're gonna have, oh, it's actually end index. Would you look at that? It's actually end index. Why was that another runtime error? Because it's a Dart. It doesn't even fail when a function is supposed to return something and you don't return something. That's how good of a language that is. It's pretty good language, am I right? Pretty good language. I was hoping for some strong static typing and I got Dart. Okay, so we have a start index. Even JS would throw an exception. Well, It is what it is. What can I say? It is what it is. Now, instead of end index, I want to actually take the length. So my wrap substring is going to be a little bit better. It's going to be just a tiny bit better. So are strings mutable in Dart? Are they mutable? Nothing can crush a program exactly. Can it push? All right, we're gonna Google it like that. Dart mutable strings. Dart mutable strings. There is a string buffer. It's literally Java. What the fuck? Okay. Adds a content of obj. Let me read about that. For concatenating strings efficiently, allows for the implementation building of string using write methods. The strings are concatenated to a single string only when toString is called. Tsodig. What? Okay. Well, I figured that they're immutable right after I found string buffer. Thank you, SuperCollie. Very cool. Alright, so string buffer, because there's no a single reason for a language to have a string buffer in their library unless their strings are immutable. And I've seen enough languages. Alright, so Sodig, it's like the Sosig meme. Do you guys know the Sosig meme from Gordon Ramsay? It's so dumb. It's absolutely fucking dumb and I love it. Can you find it, please? It's really hard to find. So what I'm trying to find... It's this one. Sosig. Yes. And Sodig is basically the same. Yeah. Anyway. So we're gonna have a result. Do we have to create it somehow? Is there any examples on how to do string buffer? I think you have to do something like new string buffer, I think. By the way, Dart, type inference. Do you have any type inference? Is this Java? Yes. I'm cheating. I already used Java and I'm using it again. So does it have like a let or var? It does have var. I'm gonna assume that it's var. It's literally fucking Java, seriously. The fuck? Can I do something like for I 0 less than length plus plus I result write as. I hope I can do something like that. Start index plus I mod s length. I'm not even sure if this is a correct thing, but we're about to find out. We're about to find out. So let's go like that. Wrap sub string number 2 4, and we should get CDAP. That's what we should get. We should get a CDAP. And we didn't get it because length isn't a function or method and can't be invoked. Okay, so is this a size? The method size isn't defined in the class string. Wait. Oh, wait a second. What was length? Length isn't a function, so that means it has to be cool. And it returned null because I forgot to return result to string. What a nice language. What a nice language. And I forgot semicolon. CDAP, 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 CDAP. That's right. We got a CDAP. So we have A, B, C, D, and we got a CDAP. So essentially we can now take substrings with wrapping around the edges, right? Wrapping around the edges, that's what we got. Isn't that epic? I think it's goddamn fucking epic, mate. So we also need a way to remove this shit somehow, right? We also need a way to remove it. That's really strange. Okay, so this is that. We can, for example, maybe have something like 1, 2, 3, 4, and starting from like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6 is going to be 6, and I want to be able to remove all of this stuff, right? I want to be able to remove all of this stuff. To be fair, we can always maintain the current cup as the first one. Yes, I think that's going to be the easiest way to do. Just maintain the current cup as the first one, so removing with wrapping around is not an issue, and actually taking a substring with wrapping around is not an issue, because you're always going to have more than 3 elements, so you never have to wrap around like that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that an amazing idea, chat? So yeah, essentially just keep them, so the current cup is the first one, and this just makes it everything easier. So, and guess what? That means we don't need this stupid function. We just don't fucking need it because it's never gonna fail, bro. Okay, so is it possible to split string by something? I don't know. So let's go back to the string. Split. Oh yeah, you can split by pattern. You can split by pattern, right? So that's okay. So substring. We're starting from 1 and 4. Might as well actually do something like this. So I'm gonna print the content. I'm gonna print the content, and then I'm gonna print only this thing. Come on, bruh. Emacs, shut the fuck up. Okay, everything's okay. So I went in a really strange state right now. Okay, so here's the sample, and 893. And the next thing I want to do, by the way, I want to split everything by 893. So if I try to do that like this, so it's going to be content split by this, right? Literally by this. Cool. And it didn't work because I forgot a semicolon. All right. So, and that's the way we can split things, right? That's the way we can split things. So we have that, we found like 893, we found it and we extracted it, and we can probably concatenate it back. So Dart list concat strings. Is it possible to do something like that? Convert string list into string in Dart without blah blah blah. Yeah. Come on. Give me the method. Give me the method name. I don't give a shit. Join. Thank you so much. So that means you can just join this entire shit. I'm not even sure if you need to provide any argument. You don't even need to provide any argument. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. So yeah, that's the easiest one. What the fuck? So many possibilities with this language. I know, right? Isn't that fucking amazing, Pete? Isn't that fucking amazing? You forgot about the tag. Guess why? Maybe because the program is not finished yet? Maybe that's why I forgot about it? Does it really count as forgetting about thing if the program is not finished yet? Zozin, why are your solution is not finished? Well, I'm in the middle of writing it, okay? In the middle of writing a solution. So that's why it's unfinished. Make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. Okay. It's not finished. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm a bad programmer. Like, I don't make a full solution just by pressing a single letter. Like, it just, I have to work for it first. This streamer looks very angry. Well, I'm gonna fucking ban you. I'm gonna fucking ban you right now. Hey, why can't I ban you? Okay, I managed to ban you, finally. Alright, so let's continue. Oh wait, Jiang is here? Jiang is still here? I don't see Jiang. But if you're here, hello. More than 24 hours passed since problem was published. Why is it still not solved? Alright. Okay. I mean, Dart is okay, I would suppose. Like it's better than Lua. Yes, it's better than Lua for sure. Okay, so what's gonna be the next step that we need to do? The crab selects a destination cup, the cup with a label equal to the current cup's label -1. If this would select one of the cups that was just picked, the crab will keep subtracting 1 until finds a cup that... But what if you have several? Oh, you don't really have several of them. Right, so if you take a look at the sample, right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the input you also have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's never gonna happen. Alright, so then we just need to find the current -1. The current one -1. Why are you still on day 1? I don't know, I'm dumb. Okay, so let me see. So here's the content. Yep. I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna do var pick 3. Let's call it pick 3. Right. I'm gonna put it like that. Current is gonna be like this. Pick 3, and here's gonna be pick 3, and then we will have to split this entire thing by pick 3 and find the current 1 minus 1. Right, the current 1 minus 1. Looks like a normal Java though. Yeah, it does. I think it was like kind of the point of Dart, right? So it appeals to normies. If you want to make a popular language, it should look like a current normie language, right? So that's why it's so normie. So, and after that, can I find the index though? Is that a thing I can do in 2020? So it's gonna be index of. It even it's funny how it even copies the methods of the Java, right? So it literally appeals to Java normies. Not saying that everyone who programs in Java is a normie, okay? Not saying that. I mean, if you're forced to program in Java to sustain yourself, I have nothing against that because I did the same thing, right? So I'm just saying, don't get mad at me. All of the languages are beautiful. Okay. Now, content. Actually, yeah, I have to pick this thing, and then index of content 0 minus 1, but that means I'll have to convert it to a number. That's what I'll have to do. I'll have to convert it to a number, but maybe I don't have to do that. So do we even have characters? Dart char, is that a thing we can have? Charge. Google, you created this language and you know that I'm a programmer. You have all of my personal data, you know my IP, you know all of my search history. Why am I even giving you my personal data if you're incapable of giving me relevant information? Yeah, okay. I mean, it actually had relevant information down below. Hello, Cozy White Bear, welcome to the stream. So we have a char, and I wonder if you can code units first. So what I'm thinking about, is, can I do something like this and just print all of that? And just print all of that. You cannot, because operator isn't defined for the class string. Ha. Wait a second. That's really strange. So that means I can do something like content 0, and it gives me the first thing, but this thing is a string. Where you can't simply get first character. Ready? So get... Oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah. Gets the character a single coded unit string at the given index. Okay, so it has something with the code unit from char codes. Okay, so properties code units. Returns an unmodified list of UTF-16 code units of the string. I mean, in case of ASCII, it's gonna be whatever, right? So I don't think it matters that much. So essentially what we can do code units, right? Code units. It's 51, right? And it's 51. And we can take the zeroth one, right? We can take the zeroth one, and it's a 51. And according to ASCII, it's what I think, right? It's what I think it is. ASCII 51. Wait a second, where's the decimal? Decimal is that 1? Yeah, it is 3. You see, it is 3. Cool. So, and we can do, like, we can subtract 48. Essentially, we can simply subtract 48 and get this thing starting from 0, right? So just minus 48, there we go. And if we just print it, it's still 3, but it's actually a number. No manual entry for ASCII. Well, just install it. You know, do apt install ASCII. And it will just do that. If you don't have apt, do pacman whatever minus says, like some of these things, and install apt first. Oh yeah, I remember this part. Okay. So I forgot about this thing. I do have pacman, by the way, but it's not a package manager. It's literally a game, and it's so scuffed. Holy shit. Okay, so it also crashes with access or something, whatever. I think my man pages are broken. Probably. Can you find the ASCII man page on your system at all? Maybe they're there. Your package. Okay. Okay, let's continue. So this is 3, and this is how we can get all of that stuff. This is how we can get all of that stuff. But and then. So I'm just thinking. So we'll also have to do like -1, and then I should be able to convert that to a string, right? I should be able to convert it to a string. And it gave me a closure because it is not called properly. There we go. Yeah, so this is how we can increment all of that. This is how we can increment all of that. Maybe it's not particularly great idea, because I suppose we can use the same thing we did at the beginning, right? We can just try to, since it's a string, I can do int parse, right, -1, like this, and I think it's a little bit more safe, right, because it like takes into account like Unicode and shit. So I think we're gonna go with this idea for now. All right, we're gonna go with this idea for now, and then I'm gonna just take this entire stuff. Zozin, is that a still part 1? What the fuck? Why your solution is not finished? Okay. Alright, so, and it found index 1, which is kind of interesting. So index 1 was this one. So that means, after all of that, oh, I'll have to be a little bit careful. So I'll have to save this to small. So this is a smaller version of this 3. This is a smaller version of this 3. And it's gonna be current small, right? Good deadlines to meet, work harder. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. It's hard. It's hard. So index of we do that, and then I can do something like small, and this is going to be the destination, right? Is that a destination? It's going to be destination of our nation. Oh, what's up, Plus? I didn't notice you. How are you doing? Okay, so here's the shit we have here. So we got that. Then here's the peak. Here's without the peak. Here's the destinatione. Destinatione. Right, destinatione. But I didn't think for destinatione we really need the value itself. I think value itself is kind of useless by itself. We definitely need destination index. Let's call it destination index. And it's going to be index. Yeah, destination index is 1, and we have to insert those mother flippers after the destination index. Are semicolons mandatory? Yes. There's so many new language, I'm a little confused. Don't worry about that. Like, I don't even view them as different languages because they all have the same concepts. Right, so essentially you probably may notice a pattern if you watch my streams closely, that I basically Google how to do this thing in that language. So for me, a language is just a bunch of concepts. It's just they have different ways of doing them. Right, and once I figure out how to do that in the different language and I solve the problem, I instantly forget how to do that in any language. As a matter of fact, I will forget Dart tomorrow. Seriously, I will solve the problem, hopefully. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I will try to solve this problem. And tomorrow, I won't be able to write a single line in Dart without Google. So that's how it works. Daniel 42.
Merry Christmas, Coding.
Merry Catholic Christmas. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for $5. And yeah, thank you for supporting the channel. I think I left my phone in a different room. It's not that big of a deal, it's just if my phone is not on my table, I have a huge anxiety, so I'm just gonna go and grab my phone. You know, the usual thing. Just a second. Alright, I'm back. I didn't know you were a Zoomer that can't live without a phone. Yeah, it's kind of strange. I don't even do anything on my phone, like at all. I just want to keep it there. Alright. Index. Okay, here's the destination index. So where are the other things? So can I split? I can split by a pattern, and I can split. Well, okay, I can use substrings to do a proper splittage after all. So here's how we're gonna do that. I take small, and I take a substring starting from 0. And I'm gonna split up until the destination. So the destination index is going to be, it actually depends. So if I have A, B, C, D, E, and destination is C, let's go like that, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And destination is this. So I have to take the substring. So that means the index has to be +1, right? The index has to be +1, so this is what we have here. Then I'll have to take another thing, and in a substring, and the index is not important, which is quite nice. So the second thing is going to be starting with destination +1, but nothing here. And the last thing we need to do, pick 3, like this. And I don't even know if it's gonna work, but hopefully it will. So destination index, and we're gonna have something like next, right? So this is the next state. All right. What's gonna be the next thing? We can try to print this next thing. Next. So, and did it work? I think it did, right? So I think it did. Nice. So, and the next one is that. Cool. We need probably more. Let me do something like this where I'm gonna just reduce the amount of these things. Current, pick small destination 1 part. Okay, and this is what we got. This is what we got. Right, but this is not enough, because after that, what's going to be the next element? The cup selects a new current cup, the cup which is immediately clockwise of the current cup. Immediately clockwise. Cool. That means we need to shift it a little bit, right? We need to shift it a little bit. As a matter of fact, I think we can do that here. Right, so we have to take the element, right, from here, right? So that's what we have to do. Next one is 281. 281, and we'll have to append it to the back. We'll have to append it to the back. Plus small 0. So that's how we can do that. Did it work? I think it kind of worked. So we essentially shifted it, right? We essentially shifted it. And then we have to keep repeating that. We have to keep repeating all of that. Like at least 10 times. So, and after that, we don't even need to do next. We can just do like a current, all right? And maybe we don't even need this thing anymore. So we can just call it this thing current. And, oh, it's already called content. So maybe I can rename the content current. Cool. Content current. So now I'm gonna do another thing. Content current, and we can do current. No content left, exactly. No content left. So, and yeah, current is the new thing here. Cool. So the only thing we don't do here is essentially go down. Right, essentially go down. By the way, I ran out of my water. So what I'll need to do is probably make a small break and refill my water. Do I need a timer? I don't think I need any timer, but yeah. Refilling my water. All right, cool. So yeah, it's gonna be super quick. And have fun, I suppose. I'm fucking coming. What's up? What's up, Epic Gamers? How's it going? So let's continue. Are you ready to continue? Destination index, right? So in case of non-existent destination index, right? What we're gonna get? We're gonna get destination index -1, right? So we definitely don't have any 0 or anything like that. So maybe we're gonna come up with a function that gives us the next destination index. So it could be something like get dest index, right? And what we provide here, so we split everything. So index of this thing -1. Yeah. So we're gonna get some sort of a like so to be fair, we already have the current, so that means we can do something like this. Right, I'm gonna take this entire stuff, T-word, so very funny everyone, this word is not banned on Twitch yet, okay? But soon it could be, who knows? You never know if it's gonna get banned on Twitch at some point. So, alright, so here's the current and we can get the destination index. So I'm gonna remove that. Get dest index for the, I guess for the small. Yes. It has to be for the small. And so far it looks okay. And this is where we have to repeat all of that, right? So we're gonna have this thing. Result, right? And while result is -1, or maybe less than 0, right? If it's less than 0, we're gonna keep repeating that until we found the solution. And we can return that thing. Cool, but we have to keep doing like -1 thingy on that. Keep doing the -1 thingy. So it has to be like we have to maintain this thing like this. So let me put it this way. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be T, and we do T to string, right? And this one is not gonna be T to string. So if it's still that, we'll have to do T -1. Cool. Cheers, by the way. Cheers, exactly. Now it's gonna be T -1. By the way, maybe I don't even have to do it like that because I could just do -1. T to string. No bottle? We don't have a bottle? What the fuck? We do have a bottle. What are you talking about? Okay. So it's gonna be T -1 and it's gonna be T to string. Cool. But this is not enough, by the way, because we also have to wrap around, right? We also have to wrap around according to this rule. Destination -1. If this would select one of the cups that was the cup, will keep subtracted 1 until finds cup that wasn't just picked up. If at any point in this process the value goes below the lowest value on any cup's label, it wraps around to the highest value on any cup's label instead. All right, so we can. Does it even wrap around to the negative part? Can I do something like T -1 with the mod 10? Is that a thing? And on top of that, do we have 0? We don't have 0. You know what? If T less than 1, T becomes 9, whatever. I think it's just fucking easier to do it this way. Right, so whatever. Chat, why are you spamming? Please stop spamming. Okay. So this is how we can try to do that, essentially. This is how we can try to do that. And at some point we'll probably find something. Okay, I think it's good. And if I try to compile that, it still produces the expected result and everyone is happy. Everyone is happy. Okay, so here's the current. I pick 3, then I current. This is a small, basically it's a current without the 3 things that we picked up. Then we get the destination index. The destination index will be computed based on the first element. And then current becomes this thing, so we sort of recover it. Right, we sort of recover it. Yeah. And now I want to print a couple of things. So currently we're looking at the sample. Right, we're currently looking at the sample. So sample is this. And yeah. Yeah, it's not particularly convenient because the current one is always that. But yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. We can basically look at only the first elements when we're tracking everything. So initially it's gonna be this, here's the current, and we have to do that 10 times. Yep. So here are the values, and if we take a look at what we've got here, so the first value here is 3, then 2, then 5, then 8, then 4, then 1, then 9, then 2, then 6, then 5. And the last one would be 8, I suppose. So the last one after we finished everything. So, oh yeah. It's gonna be 8, exactly. Okay, I think we simulated sample perfectly. I think sample got simulated perfectly. Holy shit, yes. I think we did it, chat. I think we did it. It's not even that hard of a problem so far, but I suppose the part 2 is gonna fuck us in the ass. Okay, so now we need to rearrange everything, apparently. So after the crop is done, what order will the, in the book example, what, starting after the cup 1, collect the other cups labels clockwise into a single string without extra characters. Each number except 1 should appear exactly once. Okay, this one is interesting. Don't quite understand. So final 5, 8. It's gonna be 9. Okay, so it's 9 to 6, 9 to 6, 5, 8, blah blah blah. Alright, this is actually pretty straightforward. So essentially what we need to do here is split everything by 1, right? Reverse and join. And we don't have reverse. Is it rev? Okay. Dart list reverse. Reversed and its property. Okay, reversed. Cool. 226, 226. Fucking match. Fucking match. Alright, so what about 100? What about 100? 673, blah blah blah. Fucking match. And we are ready to do the final shit. This is our supposedly result for the part 1. If I, of course, got this thing correct. Okay, so this is the input. And in the compilation, this is the output. Chat, are you ready? Are you ready for an epic gut cooler moment? Bruh. How about that? I'm programming in Dart for the first time, by the way. I never seen that language before. Shut up, Lemurcode, okay? I know that, okay? It's ironic. It's several layers of irony. All right. Okay. Let's continue. Continue to part two. Continue to part two. Due to what you can only assume is a mistranslation. It's a mistranslation. The entire advent of code is a fucking mistranslation. You're not exactly fluent in crap. It's me every time I'm trying to program in Rust, by the way. I'm not exactly fluent in crap. You're quite surprised when the crab starts arranging many caps in a circle on your raft. 1 million in total. Okay. Okay, when caps are arranged many caps in a circle in your raft, 1 million total. Your labeling is still correct for the first few caps. After that, the remaining caps are just numbered in an increasing fashion, starting from the number after the highest number in your list and proceeding one by one until 1 million is reached. For example, if you're labeling the 5432, the caps would be numbered 5432 and then start counting up from 6 until 1 million is reached. Okay. In this way, every number from 1 through 1 million is used exactly. God fucking damn, this is so fucking dickish. Okay, so essentially the idea was to debate people into using strings, and now you have to refactor all of your shit into using arrays of numbers. God fucking damn it. But to be fair, this is dickish. Dickish, trickish. Okay. For example, okay, cool. In this way, every cap, after discovering where you made the mistake in translating crab numbers, you realize this small crabs isn't going to do merely 100. The crab is going to do 10 Okay. The crab is going to hide your stars. What? The crab is going to hide your stars. 1 each under 2 cups that will end up immediately clockwise of cup 1. You can have them if you predict the labels on those cups will be when the crab is finished. I don't understand. 2 cups that will end up immediately clockwise. Ah, okay. In the above example, this would be 9301, and then multiply this together. In the above example, this would be so these are the numbers of the cups. These are the numbers of the cups. Multiply this together produces this shit. Determine which 2 cups will end up immediately clockwise of cup 1. Okay. What do you get if you multiply these labels together? Holy shit, okay. The problem is that index of is linear. My index of is linear, so it's not going to be that easy to implement, but it is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't. Why multiply them together? Because it is said in the description of the problem. Okay. Part 2. Part 2. Contents. You see how to tell you. Multiply. See? It's like written in the description. Like, multiply. Not sum, not subtract, not divide. Multiply. Okay, so part 2. part 2. String, not Xorify exactly. Not even Xorify. So, if we take a look at that one, it's not that difficult to do. So this is a 10 million smooth, right? So we'll have to do 10 million smooth for sure, right? 10 million smooth. Yeah. So is that really 10 millions? So how many zeros do we have? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I wonder if you can do shit like that. You can't do shit like that? Can you do shit like that? Seriously? Is that what they call a modern fucking language? You cannot have integer literals without separating like groups of digits. Fucking seriously? What year Dart was released at? Like, come on, do you guys even solve any real programming problems in this language? I mean, I'm talking to the developers of Dart. Come on, I cannot take such language seriously. So, fuck's sake. Fucking modern programming language, my ass. Okay, so that's literally what you have to do here, apparently. No. Okay, so all of that is okay. You have substrings and shit, and maybe you can do similar things with arrays and stuff. Maybe you can do a similar thing with arrays and stuff, but the problem is here is that you will end up with a linear algorithm here, which is not particularly great. Maybe you don't really need anything here. So after 9, do that. Well, what's funny is that only first several numbers are randomized. So after these several numbers, maybe we can, maybe it will start to go in a very predictable fashion. That's what I'm saying. It may start to go in a very predictable fashion. Right. So because the cup is essentially, yeah, it is essentially moving towards, right, 3, 2, 5, 8. Yeah, basically, so the solution for part 2 has something to do with predictability of the behavior after we went over 10 of them, right? Once we went over 10 of them, so it becomes sort of predictable, and you can probably do that within like O of n, quickly find that place somehow. That's probably what it's all about. Yeah, that's probably what it's all about. But I need to figure out the specific of this thing. I'm gonna do that after a small break, after I make a cup of tea. Does anyone have any questions so far? Does anyone have any questions? While I'm making a cup of tea? Why? It's a good question. Thank you for asking it. Next question. Stop Googling already. Well, I mean, it's a difficult problem, okay? I need to Google it. Like, I'm not God Cooder like you guys. I only pretend to be a God Cooder. What kind of tea? The black one. The black tea. So it's just that. When? Today. Does anyone have any other questions, chat? I'm waiting for your questions. Not Yorkshire tea. We don't have it here, I'm sorry. So we only have the good old Soviet tea. Produced by Soviet government. and distribute it among the Soviet people for the glory of Mother Russia. So that's what we have here. All right. None of that, you know, Western spy shit. We don't drink Western spy tea here, only Soviet Russian tea. Do you have a PO box? Would love to send you some tea from Australia. I don't really have a PO box, and to be fair, to set up PO box in Russia is kind of pain in the ass. So the only option that I'm thinking of is to set a PO box in US somewhere remotely, and then like use some companies that resend it to me or something. I'm not sure, it's like too much effort to do that while being in Russia, but I was actually thinking about that because I mean I do like free shit that people would send me, but it's kind of difficult. So yeah, sounds like a pain. Yeah, but there are like Russian companies like here which basically own some like PO boxes in US, and you can basically pay to this company and provide their addresses, and then they can resend you to that. PO box is not that hard in Russia as far as I know. Maybe I actually researched that a long time ago, but I haven't researched it like recently, so I will take a look into that. I like free shit that people would send me. All right. So yeah, I will go to kitchen and Russian spy receiving classified info from Australia. Yes. Even more streamers already have them in Russia. Oh, cool. So that means maybe something changed recently. All right, thank you, Aguduk. I will look in that a little bit closer then. The last time I looked into it, it looked like a pain in the ass. But at the same time, you know me, I'm a Pepega person, so maybe I just misunderstood something. You saw me reading the description of this problem, so not very smart. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the kitchen, just warm up some water, and I'm gonna be back. So don't go anywhere. If you go anywhere, my bot will detect that you closed the tab, and it will automatically permaban you from my channel. You won't be able to watch me again. So stay here if you don't want to get banned. All right, so let's continue. Hello. Let's continue, everyone. So, what do we get? What do we get? What language you like to use here? What tasks do you like? It's hard to tell. Depends on the definition of liked. All right. So I think I'm gonna start with just simulating this thing for a little bit. So if we go, so essentially we always go over this entire stuff. So move 9. So 1, 2, 9. Right, and after 10, we start repeating. But in case of the second part, we're not gonna start repeating, right? So, I suppose. So after the cup, collecting the other cups labeled clockwise. Wait a second, I need to read it one more time. Oh, it's the second. Okay, it's the first part. 2 cups that will end up immediately clockwise of cup 2. Of the cup 2. So I think I'm really dumb. That's actually a pretty interesting thing. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the second part. So here is the part 2. I'm gonna probably disable the part 1 just in case. Okay, here's the part 2, and maybe I'm also gonna disable the input so I can focus only on the sample. So here's the sample. Imagine that you have something after A, right? So imagine that you have something after A, and that something could be like as simple as a BCD, right? You cannot even do that unless you use these things. I guess that's kind of the point of them here. A, B, C, D. Like imagine that you have something like this. And oh, that is very interesting. So why didn't it properly print anything? I have no idea. So the current has to be that, but it didn't print ABCD? What? Wait. Ah, I'm an idiot. Okay, so I have to be actually putting it inside this thing. And it fucked up. Okay. Alright, so we can already see something very interesting. So this is how it went anyway. Right, a BCD, basically we just get closer and closer to a BCD, right? And once we get closer, like after that, it's just like, you know, millions of them. And they are essentially in the same order. But why did it actually crash? I'm not quite sure. Is that because I'm iterating? Maybe I need to iterate like 9 times, because after that it cannot convert it to a number or something. Oh, maybe, yeah. God fucking damn it. Is that a spam again? Yeah. Alright. So I guess we have to be super careful with that. Split or reversed, we don't really need to do this thing. Why does it go... Yeah, this is really strange. So what if I'm gonna go like this? Invalid radix 10 number at character 1. Ah. Yeah, I see. But what's funny is that if you're gonna go... Okay, so, and there is another thing for the get index. If you get below, it's not a 9 anymore, by the way. It's not a 9. It's actually bigger now. Holy shit. Okay, so we have to take that into account as well. Alright, so my water is ready, so I'll have to go back. Right, this is interesting. So I think I neglected that part. I neglected that part of this thing there. Where you have 1 million. So essentially, if you go below 1, you have to put not 9 here, but 1 million. Right, so that's what you have to do. 1 million, and it starts with 1, and it's gonna be 1 million. So where we're gonna use all that? I think we need to customize get dest index, and we're gonna put something like max here, right? And this is where we're gonna put here max. Then we get index, it's gonna be 9, and in here, max is gonna be 1 million, right? So this is gonna be what's gonna happen. And interestingly enough, we can try something like different here, because I feel like at some point we're gonna get a very huge index. So do we have assertions? Can I assert destination index greater than 9, right? So actually less or equal than 9. So we expect it to be less or equal than 9. Even if it shoots into something like super big, we're gonna stop doing this thing. Okay, it didn't shoot into anything big after like 8. What about like 9? What about like 10? So it never went below, which is kind of interesting. So what about 20? What about 100? Is it gonna at some point? It's probably not gonna, because 1 is not gonna go with that. So like I'm going off of the assumption that we cannot brute force that. But maybe we can brute force that. Maybe this thing is actually brute forceable, right? And I'm wasting my time trying to make it predictable. So again, what would make it prevent from being brute forceable? The fact that we have this shit. We have 1 million elements, and to do and we have basically a linear algorithm within searching this stuff. So that means we're gonna have something like this, right? Which is essentially like this, and this doesn't look like something that is easy to brute force, right? So this doesn't look like something that is easy to brute force. Okay. Unless calculating the next iteration could be turned into a linear thing. Unless it could be turned into a linear thing. And I think it could be if you use linked list. Yes. I think it could be if you use linked lists. So you can actually like have a linked list of these numbers, right? Linked list of these numbers. And taking like next 3 is okay. Then you move forward and you find the one that is bigger. Then you can also wrap around. Oh shit. This is, holy shit, this is linked lists. Circular linked list, you know what I mean? You know what I mean here? Has anyone solved that with circular linked lists? Because it actually makes sense with the circular linked lists. Is this did I get it? Did I really get it? Holy shit, because it makes sense. It actually makes it super easy if you make it a okay, let's implement a linked list. All right. Did I get it? Did I solve the problem, Jiang? Is that the okay? Sure. Get them. Now I don't want to code it because I solved it in my head. You don't even need hash map. Here's the thing: you don't even need hash map, or do you? Oh fuck, you probably do. Rotomox 1, I don't know you, so I don't trust you. I don't think you need. So we have to next one. But okay, so it kind of solves the problem with other things. But I still not sure about the destination thingy. Not sure about the destination thingy. We have to be super careful with the destination thingy. But in any case, oh, imagine solving this problem in Rust, by the way. Imagine this solving in Rust. So don't be mean. It's possible to exploit this. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. All right. I mean, I get that you're trying to say exploit, but it doesn't explain anything. I don't know what you mean. All right. So, one more time. I'm not listening to chat. The chat is just trying to confuse me. Okay. So we know which one we removed. We know which one we removed. So we need an easy way. Yeah, we still need a quick way to find the elements. I see. So essentially, you can have. So by hash, people probably meant the addresses of the nodes of the linked list. So we have a linked list, right? And it should help you to find quickly the addresses of the destination node. So that's basically what you mean here. God damn it, Andre! I promised myself not to read the chat. Mods, ban everyone who spoils the solution. Permaban. All right. Mod, ban all the spoilers. Permaban. All right. So yeah, essentially you basically implement the Fortran linked lists, like maybe old Fortran. Do we have any Fortran developers in the chat? Do we have any Fortran developers in the chat? Do you have pointers in Fortran in 2020? Don't we have any Fortran developers in the chat? Come on, where are the epic Fortran developers? I know that you are here. Okay, don't be shy. I know it's a little bit embarrassing admitting that you program in Fortran. I do understand that. Okay, I do understand that, but you have to make that first step. So because admitting that is the first step in solving the problem. I used it before, don't use it now. Okay, so as far as I know, in an old Fortran, there were no pointers at all. So when people needed to implement linked list, they implemented them the same way you implement them in Rust. Through indices. Yes, that's how we essentially do that, through indices. NX Thor, I'm gonna fucking ban you, seriously. Alright, so let's start implementing this shit. So we'll need to prepare like different arrays and shit. How do you do arrays in Dart? How we're gonna do arrays in Dart? God fucking damn it. Everyone just spoiled the solution for me, and I was actually almost close to figuring out it myself, but everyone just spoils everything. How to create an array in Dart. Okay, how to create an array in Dart. Yes, that's how you create it. Yes, this is how you create it. Okay. Is that an array? Using a literal constructor, a new array, okay. Using a new, you can create a list. Oh, it's solvable in Rust after all. Yes. So, Dart docs. Do you have? Maybe it doesn't matter actually. Can I like pre-allocate array? Core libraries. Where is the search? Holy fuck. API reference. Okay, search API docs. Array. Show me. I didn't want that. Oh my god. Array. Do you have arrays? Arrays, please. There is a JS array. A list that proxies. Okay, do I have to do a list? Indexable collection. So it's a class, but it's not an array. Or is it? Collection of objects with a length. Okay, so do we have like operator thingy? Like get? Operator. Yeah, operators. Alright, so return the object at a given index in the list of throws. Why they never tell the complexity of this operation? So this is so strange. So I would assume that maybe list is some sort of an interface and array implements that interface. It's open. Where does it say so? That's my question. Where does it say so? It doesn't say so anywhere. And why should I believe somebody from the chat and not the official documentation? Dart list complexity. Bruh, just trust me. It's O of 1. Just trust me. Okay, is it correct or is it always okay? The runtime complexity is of course. Oh, where does it say so? A list implementation in there. Where do they get that information? They're just pulling out of their ass? Of course, look, it's such a obvious. Well, I don't know if it's obvious. Like, where did you get that? They don't say it anywhere. Of course, it's it has a separate. Well, it's a good, actually, confirmation to the hypothesis that it's O of 1, but it's only like a small confirmation to that hypothesis. Like I need some like a strong evidence. For example, implementation maybe, or like official documentation, like saying like a small thing, O of 1. Why is it so hard? Or do they think that an average Dart developer don't know O notation, so they don't want to scare them with this shit? But why do I have to suffer from that? Okay. Of course, it's so fun. If it's an interface, it can be specified in the interface docs. Yes. Well, it's not an interface, by the way, as far as I know. It says that it's a class. That's the problem. That's the problem with this shit, bro. I think it says it's a class. Unless I don't know something about Dart, but it's a class. Finally, we found an amortized constant time. Operation will execute an amortized constant time. Why amortized though? Holy shit. Like, why did they hide that information like deep down in a boring paragraph that nobody's gonna fucking read? Of course, amortized constant time. Okay, so why is it amortized though? Like, can't you just... maybe because it's like extendable and shit? Maybe, I don't know. Fixed length list, and you can add the shit afterwards. Alright, so maybe we can start working on this shite. Cool. So I guess we're gonna start with this stuff. Is it possible to iterate characters part 2? No, this is part 3. It's a secret part. So string x in current. Can you do something like that, chat? Is it possible in Dart? It's not iterable. Cool. Part 69 is better, in my opinion. But it's just my humble opinion. Current length, not left, but length. Alright, and then I want to do something like current I, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, cool. Okay, so maybe we need to create classes. Dart class. Yo-yo? Yo-yo? Is that a yo-yo reference? I'm sorry. How... I was hoping that it will give me like, you know, Dart classes, like free Dart classes, but okay. Okay. So you do that like in Java. Cool. Nice. So what we're gonna create here, we're gonna create a node. No, we're not programming in Node.js, okay? Zoomers, calm down. So we're gonna have a value and we're gonna have next, right? So we're gonna have this thing. In Spanish, it would pronounce sorry. I know that Spanish people pronounce Java like Java. So we're gonna have something like, I suppose, var nodes new list node, and yeah, that's what we're gonna have here. Java, yes, Java actually. Oh, because is V like B, like pronounced like B in Spanish? Oh, interesting. We pronounce it Java. Actually, in Russian language, there is like a huge debate how to pronounce it in Russian. Do you pronounce it like Java, or do you pronounce it like Java? And this is like a very huge debate in Russian speaking community. You know why? Because the word Java, right, comes from the name of the coffee, right? It's the name of the coffee. The name of the coffee comes from the name of the island, from where that coffee comes from. And the name of that island in Russian language is Java. So that's why people debate whether it is correct to pronounce the name of the language as Java, because I mean it's the name of the island, or as Java, because it's like to separate the name of the language from the name of the island and the coffee. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Same in Dutch. I can imagine that actually. So anyways, so we have nodes. Java, yes. That's how you spell it in Russian language, by the way. If you pronounce it like Java, that's how you spell it. Or RBA, yeah, you spell it like RBA. I guess it's the same deal here, but there isn't a debate since no one cares about Java. Oh, okay. It's like RGB, but RBA. It doesn't have a green channel. it has only red, blue, and alpha, so it doesn't have a green. Can't have a scene if you don't have a green. Who needs green exactly? So, and maybe we also need like addresses of the nodes, so where exactly they are located and shit. So basically the reversed map, right? A reversed map. We're gonna call them addresses, right? And they are gonna be just integers, I suppose. And do we... this one is gonna be complicated, so we need like millions of them. Why is there Russian in my German-Japanese chat? It's not Russian. It's a new Japanese. Japanese language just got yet another alphabet. So yeah. I heard Sodin is a huge weeaboo. No, it's not true. I'm a small weeaboo. I'm pretty small. So I suppose when I construct a list, I can specify the capacity. It's a list of given length. Okay, so, and we have a millions of them, millions in the arena, right? And I'm gonna add like 10 of them, so yeah, cool. So 0 represents nothing. Oh, that makes so much fucking sense. Okay, guy. So, and we're gonna do nodes. Node. So I'm not sure if we need next, but yeah, maybe I can do next. Nodes. Oh, by the way, let me double check how to add to the beginning. So does it have the similar situation like push and add? No, it only has add, which adds an element to the end of the list. Okay. K-Crowd. I wish I could add K-Crowd, but K-Crowd on BTTV belongs to Supinic, and Supinic didn't make that emote shareable. I don't know why. I wish it was shareable so I can use it in our chat. Maybe he was afraid that maybe it can offend somebody or something, but yeah. Not sharing his emotes. I don't even know, is he the author of that emote? I think emote is amazing. I don't know. So... Sometimes wonder how Stallman programmed Emacs and GCC if there was no free software OS at the time. I think Minix was around at the time, wasn't it? So before Linux times, as far as I know, there was like a war between DOS and Minix, similar to how we have war between Windows and Linux, right? Like, at least I heard that. So, but I never lived in those times, so maybe he used Minix or something like that. Why not? Minix was free at the time. So the value is going to be, oh, value, yeah, we'll have to do the following thing. The current I war. Okay, sure. And then we're going to do int parse. Okay, well, I mean, does it belong to CP? Did you re-upload? Wait a second. Are you... okay, it's somebody submitted 2 years ago. Oh, that's really strange. All right. Huh. I just googled. Strange. I looked at Supinix chat and I think it was Supinix emote. Maybe I confused something yet again because I'm Zozin, you know me. Okay, I edited it. Sure, I edited it. There we go. It should be in the chat soon. So let's actually reload channel emotes and kick crowd. There we go. Cool. Here it is. Oh. German chat. Okay. So, and another thing that we're gonna do is add the next address, and the next address is gonna be 1, right? So next is that. We might as well also keep something like value, and we can put it here, and there we go. So, and cool. The address of that thing, is gonna be address of the value is I. Right. So yeah, that's essentially what we have here. So can you have like a take in Dart? These two. Modern Dart, is there old Dart? Well, there is actually, believe it or not. There is old Dart. Dart is a relatively old language actually. So there's Dart 1 and Dart 2. So let's take a look at it. It's similar like how we have Python 2 and Python 3. Yeah, so 1.x had completely optional typing, and 2.x has a static strong typing. Right, so I think it's like their second attempt at reviving the language, because when it came out, it was so fucking lame, nobody gave a shit about it. To be fair, even to these days, nobody gives a shit about this language, and the only reason why people use it is because of the Flutter. Right, you could implement Flutter literally in any other language and it would be fine, but they just wanted to keep that zombie of a language alive for some reason, so here we go. People who want Flutter are forced. Yeah, it's a similar situation as with Emacs and Magit, or with org-mod. Like, people who use this application, they don't give a shit about Emacs usually. Like, a lot of people who use org-mode and Magit are fucking Vimers. Not even joking, like, I saw Vimers learn Emacs specifically for org-mode and Magit, and they couldn't care less about Emacs itself. So it's kind of similar situation, right? Like, why are they forced to use this horrible shit? Okay, so we can take a take. Oh no, I'm a boomer. Are you? Were you born in 40s or something? Alright, so what I want to do, I want to print whatever the fuck we managed to get, and we're gonna take like current length of these things, and maybe I'm gonna also print these addresses, and I just want to see. Damn Weimers. Okay, so too many positional arguments, 0 allowed but 0 found. Do I have to create constructors for the classes? Really? Dart class constructor? You don't even have to do that in Groovy. Holy fuck. Language tour. Okay, how do you do classes? Orc mode. Haha, funny joke. I laughed 69 times. It was so funny. Alright, so here, where is the class? Where is the class? Okay, can I just construct them? I'm forced to make... I mean, you had an opportunity to fix this horrible design decision of Java, but you decided not to. Oh, there's a better way to do that. Stay tuned, okay. Syntactic sugar for setting x before the constructor. Oh, ooh, sexy. Okay, so, and what else? Named constructor. All right. Okay, can I fucking do that? All right. So I'm gonna do it. Node this value this next. Cool. And are we ready to compile this shit yet? Holy fuck, yes! We do have that, but can I have like a toString or something? How do you improve your algorithm? I do npm install algorithm improver, right? And I just run my algorithm improver on my algorithm, and it gets improved. So it's actually free. It's completely open source, and you can just use that. It's pretty cool. Cool. Oh, and here we have null, by the way. We can even use nulls. Everything is nullable in Dart. As you can see, Dart took all of the best design decisions from Java. Everything is nullable. No default constructors. Love it. That's such a well-designed language. Oh my god. The best of the Java is here. Okay, so what else do we have here? So 1 is located at 3. Do we have something like toString though? Dart printable. Do we have something like printable? Okay. Maybe it has like a toString method. Yeah, something like this. Default stringify for objects, yes. Yeah. By overriding toString method, you on your object, the display value will be a result of toString call. There is no toString defined in the class hierarchy in the toString object. Okay, so I literally just override. Wait, is this? What am I looking at? Is this Dart? Don't tell me that Dart also uses these horrible annotations. Am I really programming in Dart? Is this really Dart? Holy shit, okay. Alright. Well, at least I can do something like value. Maybe. Woo! Dang! Okay, cool. Maybe I can do something like value as well. Value. And then next. Yeah. Cool. Completely new language. Amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. Cool. Now, we need to continue doing things. So, starting from, you know, current length, and I think, what's the length of this stuff? So how many of them? We have 9 of them, and I'm pretty sure we can just start from 10 up until million, I suppose, and it could be equal to million as well, right? What essentially we're doing. We can use it as a value, by the way. I shaved my head 3 times this year for the same reason, and it was so awesome. Only 3 times? I shave it every 3 days, believe it or not. Yeah. I don't know why. I kind of like completely shaved head. I don't know. Kind of like it. But I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, it's just you do you. It's not like I'm telling you what you have to do. Just shave it and then let it grow again. Oh, I see. So the reason why I personally try to shave it as often as possible is because when it grows to a certain length, it becomes really difficult to shave it myself. So, and I don't like to go to the barbers, right? So to shave it for me or anything like that. That's why I shave it that often, right? But then cutting it is painful. Hair is a bloat, yeah. So now let's continue. So here's the value, and we have to do like node add. Oh, by the way, I did a fucky wucky and oopsie doopsie. So it's gonna be I plus 1. Yes, I think that's how it's gonna go. It's I plus 1. And the address is gonna be that I plus 1. Now we add a new value, node value, and I think it's literally value plus 1. And address is for that value specifically right now is gonna be just value, yeah. So then we can probably take, I don't know, maybe like 100 of them, just to double check everything. I hope I'm doing everything correctly here. Okay. So it's known, and then it starts to repeat itself, and this is value 99, and the next is 100, and so on and so forth. Yeah, looks cool to me. So I think we initialized everything here appropriately, and initialization is quite fast. I hope I didn't do any fucky wacky so far. And we can have our stuff. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first iteration. So now I need to go and translate this algorithm to use linked lists. And I need to catch my breath a little bit. Does anyone have any questions, maybe? Are you doing a challenge where you use a different language every day? Yes, I do. We already used 22 different languages so far. Yes, look at that. I'm gonna show you. 22 absolutely different languages. This is the 23rd one. 23rd one is Dart. And these are full solutions in those languages. And majority of these languages I never programmed at all before. Were you familiar with this? No, I will not. I'm actually learning them on the stream as I'm solving the problem. So I'm learning the language and solving the problem simultaneously. Yes, I'm that hardcore. Yes. Feel free to subscribe to me, by the way. I'm joking, by the way. Shameless streamer, exactly. Cool. So we're gonna maintain the current thing here. So the current one is what? The current address is 0. So this is the address. So the current address is 0. And oh, by the way, we need to circle it around. I almost forgot. I think it's quite important. So we'll have to do the following thing. Nodes sends holy shit, it worked. Sends Troyum81, thank you so much for tier 1 subscription. It was a joke, by the way, I was just joking, but thank you for supporting the channel and welcome to our epic Dart Club. That's right, thank you so much. Enjoy your epic emotes. Okay. I'm joking too. I will cancel after a month, lol. Okay, sure. You can actually cancel it right now. As far as I know, if you go to your subscription tabs, up until a certain period, you can refund your subscription. So you can actually cancel it. Right. I think I haven't checked it for a while, and yeah, you can actually do that. Okay, the next one is actually going to be 0. So this is how we're going to circle them back. We're going to circle them around. I also did it as a joke, never cancelled. You just don't know how to cancel it, I see. Just get your account banned. Yeah. Is it possible? I'm stuck with the description. Okay, whatever. Come on. Alright. So, yeah. Yes. Print nodes. So I want to just see what's going on here. Oh shit, invalid value not inclusive range 1 million. What? Raven Master?
Damn, misset the cancel button again.
Well, as far as I know, Twitch Prime doesn't auto-renew. Does it? I think it doesn't auto-renew, so okay. But thank you so much for 15 months of Twitch Prime. Yeah, it's echo because I have my headphones here. So, thank you so much for 15 months of Twitch Prime subscription and welcome to our epic subscription club. Yes, we are a club of people who are subscribed to Tsoding. Look, I'm also subscribed to Tsoding. I'm also subscribed to him. So yeah. Technically, I'm also a sub. Technically. So something is wrong here, and I don't quite understand what the fuck. So current is 9. Do we really have 90? Ah, well, technically yes. It's because the value, it's an address, so it's an address. So, and I suppose the address has to be circled around then. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So, and millions actually circles around back to where it was. So during all this, through solving the problem and learning different languages, have you learned about differences in the languages that makes them better or worse for solving a particular problem? No, I haven't learned that. What I learned is that every language is the same piece of shit. That's what they are. Stop thinking that they are different. The only difference between them is just like a minor cosmetic syntax changes and minor cosmetic semantic changes. That's what they are. So the only reason why companies and people are creating new languages is because they're trying to take a piece of the market. There's no reason to make another languages. Okay, hope that helps. Which do you think is the less shitty one? I already answered that question. So in each, no. Every different problem is a different language. All right, so we have to start. So here's the current. We start with this thing, and I suppose we need to so the first step in part one, right? So the first step is part one is to pick 3, right? Pick 3 and find the destination. All right. So here is the nodes current. So here's the current, and we need to somehow remove those values. Right. I might do something like this. Pick 3 address. We're gonna assume that it's address. Pick 3 address. It's gonna be next, right? And then what I have to do is I have to remove it. So current next has to be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. A tablet time, motherfucker! Tablet time, motherfucker! So, by the way, what I'm trying to demonstrate with this challenge is that all of the languages are the same piece of shit. Don't waste your time thinking that you're going to learn something new by learning a new language. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Forget about it. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. So, all right. So here's that. So what we're trying to extract is these 3, right? So what we need to do, we need to take this next and redirect it here. So that means we have to jump 1, 2, 3, 4. I could probably hard code it, but maybe I'm gonna create a helper function that will do that for me. Probably I'm gonna create a helper function. Can you define functions within here? So I can do something like jump, and we're gonna do an address and n, something like this. And what I'm gonna do here essentially is for I less than n. If you cannot do that, this language is a trash. They had so many opportunities to improve it, but they didn't, and it's kind of a shame in my opinion. So address is equal to nodes address next, and we have to do that 3 times, and then we can just return the address. So, and in here, what I'm essentially trying to do is not here, right? Jump 4 times. So this is going to be current, and you have to jump 4 times, right? By doing this a single operation, we can now just short circuit it like that. Cool. So let me see what we're gonna do here. Is it gonna work correctly? I don't know. So we'll need to print some stuff. What I want to print here is nodes. Take maybe 5 of them just to see them, and we can maybe print them even like that. We can print them like that. Nodes, here they are. Then we're gonna print pic3 address. Right, pic3 address is gonna be pic3, and I guess that could be enough probably. Print next. It's gonna be this thing. I just want to see everything. Just want to visualize everything. And we did a fucky wacky. Cannot declare current because it was already used in the current context. Really? What was it? Ah, shit. Okay. Content. Current. Content. All right. Cool. Return a value int. Yeah, you can define functions within the functions. I'm super happy about that, by the way. All right, so we have 3. Pic3 is 1. Okay, so this is pic3. Next is 4, so it's gonna be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we take 8, 9, 1, and it jumps to 4. Okay, we should circuit that properly. Cool. Afterwards, what's the next step? We need to find the destination index. Cool. We need to find the destination index. But the destination index should be... We should constantly check if a value contained there. Look how fast Dart can compile hello world. Are your socks blown off yet? Yes. So I'm gonna do get destination index. Might as well actually look at that. I can move that inside of the destination index here, so it doesn't pollute the scope. So I can only have things that are related to my solution. I think that's kind of cool. So, and get destination index, you have to have the current and stuff like that. We might as well actually move it down below, so we have an access to the current. So here's the current, but maybe, yeah, pic3, we have an access to pic3, so whatever. Pic3, so we have a pic3 address that we can use to check some interesting things. What is this code gonna do? That's a good question. Thank you for asking it. I really like when people ask such questions. All right. So essentially, we can just take nodes current value -1, like this, and probably return it. But if it's located in pic3, we cannot do that. So let's introduce something like find, which accepts the beginning address and the amount of nodes you have to jump, right? And essentially for I 0 less than n, and begin and end and value, right? And while nodes begin, let's call it address, just address, address value not equal value, and that, right, we do address nodes address Next, and then we can return that reference. Cool. To be fair, so when we try to find that, what do we return? Wait a second. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I think I'm an idiot. So we do that this amount of times. Value is value removed. We can return boolean. Is it just bool? I think it is bool. Okay, if it's equal, we instantly return true. That means it was removed. If we went through all of that, it's not gonna be removed. Is value removed? Cool. We provide the value, we provide the address, we're starting from that address. We find that, and we're gonna do that 3 times or n times or whatever. Okay, so and while is value removed, we keep decreasing that result. We keep decreasing that result, so we do something like result -1. And if, by the way, result gets less than 0, oh come on, less than 1 actually, we'll have to set the result to 1 million, right? Because it will wrap around to the biggest one. And that's how we're gonna do all of that. And it's not gonna take too much time because we only removed 3 elements anyway, right? So we only removed 3 elements anyway. I think everything's okay here. So we removed this thing. And now we need to get the next destination index, right? Dest index. This one is going to be very interesting. So var dest index get dest index, and what do we provide here? We only provide, yeah, we only need to provide pick3. Okay, so pick3 is basically where the things that we picked start, right? So this is where they start. Cool. Destination index, and we have to insert those things after the destination index, which is quite interesting. Okay, so let me see. Oh, wait a second, by the way. I think I fucked up something here. Let's make a small break. I fucked up dest index because value is basically location of this thing, and I think I have to do something like addresses, right? So yeah, it's one. So this is the address, right? Addresses like this. I think this is what I have to do. So I need to find the node. Yeah, I'm going to. God damn it. Oh shit! I don't really need the index. I'll have to call it an address, I think. Yeah, I think it has to be called address. Yeah, so this is gonna be an address. Yeah. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I need to Google. Let's make a small break. Because I need to pee. I actually need to pee, okay? I'm not gonna Google cup. Let's make 3 minutes. The problem looks pretty complicated, so it needs more time to Google it properly. Alright, let's make a small break, boys and girls. Let's make a small break, and you guys have fun. Yo, what's up, Epic Coders? How's it going? Welcome back to that. So, let me see. So this is the address, and the next element has to be the value of the current node minus 1, and that means the result is essentially an index for addresses. So yeah, okay. I think I did everything correctly. Yeah, I actually Googled faster than I expected, so it took me 2 minutes to Google that instead of 3. So, God damn it. All right. So I think this is correct. So this is destination address now. This is a destination address. We might actually call it like just dest. Destination got Googler. Yeah, I know. So now the drawing time, the mother flipping drawing time. So essentially what you have here, so you have pick 3 separated from everything else. You know, I think I have a faster way of doing this shite. So you have 3 nodes, like 1, 2, 3. So this is pick 3. We know where it starts. It's pick 3. It starts somewhere here, but what's interesting is the end of the pick 3 is still attached to the rest of the elements. So it's still attached to the rest of the elements, and we know the address where we have to insert that. We have to insert it after the destination, right? We have to insert it after, according to my calculations. Label caps wraps around. Immediately clockwise after the destination cup. Yeah, so essentially here's the destination of our nation, right? So this is the D, big D, right? And that means we have to take these 3 things, and insert them here. We have to insert them here. So this thing is already detached from anything else. We don't have to worry about previous elements. We already detached it at the beginning of this stuff. All right, so what we're gonna do here, we need to first save this value. We might as well like, so we already have the previous value like this pointing to that one, so we're not gonna lose this element, so everything's okay. We need to jump 2 times and redirect the next to here, right? Redirect the next to here, I think, because this element is not gonna be lost anyway. What's up, recursive chat? Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? It's kind of funny how recursive chat every time sees me in other chats, they tell me that they miss me. Now we met again. How are you doing? Oh, we met again. All right. How's it going? So what we have to do, I have to take the pick 3, right? I take the pick 3 and I jump starting from pick 3 2 times, right? So I jumped 2 times and I got this thing, right? I got this thing. So that means I then do nodes, I dereference this thing, dereference, and I redirect next. I have to redirect next to the next value of the destination, you see? So that means I'm gonna take the destination, dereference the destination, and I redirect it to the next. Cool. So that's exactly what we did. We just redirected it here. Cool. Now we need to take the destination next and redirect it to the beginning of pick 3. That's the next thing we have to do. So we're gonna take this next and we are redirecting it to the pick 3. So this is how we inserted the pick 3 here. You stream schedule earlier when I still sleep. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that I have to change my streaming schedule, but my old streaming schedule is actually quite dangerous for me because it screws up my sleeping schedule as well. and recently it started to really affect my health, so it just had to be done. It just had to be done. It is what it is. Okay, so I inserted this thing here, so I think everything's okay. I think everything's okay. And the next thing we will have to do is current plus 1, but not really, right? No, not really. Current is nodes current next, and we don't even have to worry about that. Weird scream is content, yes. Okay, so that's the whole algorithm. This is a single iteration of the algorithm, and we need to repeat it 10 million times, and a single iteration is in fact O of 1. It is in fact O of 1, so that means when we're gonna do 10 millions of iteration, it's not gonna be that slow. Just stream sleeping if it's legal. Maybe it is legal. All right. So yeah. Does it even compile? Maybe. I don't know. So do we have like a low amount? Oh yeah. So 2 cups that will end up immediately after the cup turn. So 10 million, okay, moves. So let me remove all of the prints. And that's the thing. So pick 3, then this is the start of the pick 3. Then we jump 4 times. 4 times. And destination, get the destination started from pick 3, then the times redirect to next, and then this is how we insert it back. So far so good, okay. 4 I cool. That should be it actually. No, not. Hopefully it will work out. So the next thing we have to do is under 2 cups that will end up immediately clockwise. So let's take them. So nodes. Maybe I have to do something like this. Jump current 1. So we jump only 1 nodes value multiplied by the same thing, but jump 2 times, right? Immediately, like after them. You see what I mean here? Yeah. So this is jump current. I hope I didn't fuck up anything, because if I fucked up something, it will be pain in the ass to troubleshoot. There we go. And it didn't compile, luckily. I'm really glad that I'm using a compiled language that will catch all of these errors, mistakes that I make. Okay, so there's another. Is value removed? Too few. Okay, value removed needs value address from which we are checking. It has to be pick 3. Okay, we didn't even use pick 3 here. That's really funny. And the amount of values we want to check is 3. Okay. Oh, immediately after. Thank you. That's a good point. That's a good point. So address 1. It's easy. Thank you. Cannot be assigned to a variable of string. Oh shit, I didn't think about that. Wait a second. How did it work then? Oh, is it because I said that part... Oh, yeah, I'm an idiot. So this thing should return an integer. I hope it's not gonna overflow. Not inclusive range. Okay, where exactly did it fail? I wish it will also tell me where exactly it failed, but it's not gonna tell me. Main Dart. Oh, it actually told me, but it just didn't parse it properly. Cool. God damn it, mate. So, alright. So jump. How do we handle jump? Okay. I think I accidentally removed something important. So here is this thing. Thank you so much. Here's this thing. And come on. Cool. I think I somehow accidentally removed the following thing. I don't know how, but somehow I accidentally removed this thing, and this is why it, you know, overflew. This is why it overflew somehow. Okay. And why? Okay. 87. It still fails here. Okay. So it still somehow goes up until that thing, and it shouldn't. Even though after initializing everything. How many iterations it managed to actually go through before it throws up? Nice. Okay. It actually did a couple of iterations, so that means I did a really dumb thing. So address nodes at a particular address, and we just go to the next one n times. So that makes sense. Again, I made something very stupid. It's something very small, something very subtle, and I'm getting fucked in the ass because of that. Yes, it's a fucking classic programming mistake, but yeah, it is what it is. So what I have to do now is probably go through all of that and make sure I initialized everything correctly. Okay, so here are the nodes, here's the addresses. I pre-allocated addresses just in case, right? I just pre-allocated them just in case. Okay, I'm iterating through the elements. So here are the addresses where these things are going to be located. So the value is content I. So, and here is the value. The value is that, and address is I+1, but the current address of this thing is going to be 0. So, and that's the 0 address that I put here. So I don't think I made any mistakes specifically here. This is good. So, and I know that content length is actually 9. Alright, and maybe that's where I made a mistake. That could be it. So, because if I take a look at the sample here, there is only 9 characters, so maybe I need to start, but we already did 9, right? We already did 9. So I think the address, okay, so I think we calculate the address incorrectly here. Because the address of value 10 is in fact gonna be 9. I think it's gonna be that. Return like 69 here, and I wanna double check that. So I'm gonna print like addresses take 12, around 12. Just show me what you've got. Okay, so here they are, and the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So the address, but is, yeah, I think the address of this thing is going to be completely different. Okay, so the address of that value in nodes specifically is going to be value -1. So, and this is going to be address +1, and this is going to be address. I think that's how it's going to go, because we're pushing them. I think I should have actually made zeroth node null, so I don't have to think about these kind of situations. But it is what it is. I already like brought that upon myself. And this is one of the reasons why I do value -1 here, because yeah, that explains it so well. Right, it is what it is, and I think that's exactly the mistake here. And invalid argument. Okay, so what exactly is going on here is going to be 88. It's not actually unhandled exception, invalid argument. What do you want from me then? Run 88. Okay. All right. So the address of this thing is gonna be, okay. I think I got the addresses correct. I think I got them correct. So here is the address of the like very last one. And its address is gonna be 0. So in temp here, 0, 1, 2, 3. The position of 3 is a 0, and in the sample, yes, it is in fact 0 here. Cool. So the current is 0. So we're jumping several times. I don't think there is any mistake here. Is valid removed? Okay, so we provide the value, address, and n. Right. We iterate n times here. Shouldn't the last one point into 1? No, I don't think so. It should point into 0. It's only pointing to 1 if you assume that the first node is actually reserved because you don't want to get fucked by indices, but I decided to get fucked by indices. The address of the first element is 0. It's an address. Three times, okay. If value equal that, it is instantly removed, and we cycle this one, then next one, and then if we cycle through all of them, okay. Destination, we take the value of the current one -1, while the value is removed, we do -1. If it's less than 1, we go back to 1 million. And that becomes the value, and we look up that value in this address table. Cool. We do this iteration millions of times. Okay, we start with the current, and this is the beginning of peak 3. This is the beginning of peak 3. Then I jump 4 times, starting from the current. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the address where it is, and I redirect the next of the current there. Calculate the next destination index. Cool. So then I do pick 3, 2, 1, 2, redirect next to the next from the destination index. The destination index next gets redirected to pick 3, and we move forward in current. But somewhere here, along the way, this thing gets corrupted, I think. Let's do print of the jump. Print of the jump. I almost solved the problem. That's the thing here. I almost solved it. Okay, so it actually goes quite far, which is kind of interesting. But after some time, it still fucks us over. Can we try catch exception I and just try to print this thing, because I want to see where exactly it why exactly it fails. It doesn't even tell me. The exception itself doesn't really tell me, I think. It says invalid argument, but what exactly is invalid? Is it null? Is that what it is? That could be it actually. It could be something like null or -1 or whatever. And can we rethrow the exception back? I wonder if we can. Catch must follow the identifier. Okay, I don't know how to do try catch in Dart. Try catch. Dart programming. Come on, it's already loaded. Holy shit. On. Can I just catch everything? Okay. This is how I have to do that, I suppose. Print. Okay. 15. Invalid argument. Okay. 93. Huh. Okay, so maybe there's something like pick 3 problem. Could it be something like this? I'm confused. What's the problem? It's fucking null. How did it... At some point, a result became null. The only reason why it could become null is... Okay, that's actually a good thing. If address result equal null, we're gonna print the result. So what result became 0? How the fuck did it become 0? I think I know. So -1 okay, that's cool. So we do -1, and if it goes below 1, we have to wrap it around. That's very important. And then we check if the value is, yeah. So essentially, how did it work with the part 1 though? All right. Now is the final moment. Fuck yeah! Got cooler. How about that? 1 second. I mean, lists are O of 1 amortized, so they can sometimes become linear, I suppose. I guess that's the kind of thing. So you never know. And if at any point it will hit O of an operation, it's like it's a million things. So yeah. How about that? How about that? Almost myself. Solved it almost myself. Like, chat spoiled a little bit. Just a little bit, but only a tiny bit. I came up like pretty much with the solution myself, which is, yeah. Divine intellect is restored. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Yeah, I never was good at competitive programmer, as you can see. Like, I lack something in my brain to be a good competitive programmer, like this grip and the ability to quickly like identify things. I kind of like doing this kind of puzzles, but I lack something physically to do them competitively, that's for sure. But yeah, so it's okay. My C solution was 0. Yeah, I could see that being really fast in C. I think there's something wrong with lists. In the documentation they say O of 1, like a constant amortized. So who knows what the fuck happens there actually. So it may not be as fast as, you know, just a plain array in C. So I'm pretty sure in C it will be like insanely fast. Just buy the brain memory expansion card. Yeah, probably. Plus, is it really native? Is Dart really native? Is Dart really native? Because I've heard like there's something about Dart VM. So what is a Dart VM? It's a virtual machine in the sense that it execution mode for high-level programming languages. But does it compiles natively? Is the Dart VM still used? Did you interpret it compile? Ah, I interpreted it. Holy fuck. Okay, let's actually try to compile it. Okay, so let's do main.exe, and it will depend on main Dart, and we're gonna do Dart compile exe main Dart, and we're gonna depend on the main exe, and I guess that's the problem here. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so let's give it a try. That's why the compilation was actually so slow. It probably optimizes shit. Okay. So it's compiling right now. So let's see what's gonna happen. Ah, it's still slow. Still fucking slow. Maybe it's faster, but faster than interpreted version, but still slow. I suspect that it has something to do with lists. Maybe we have to replace them with arrays or something, but I don't understand how to work with arrays in there. Anyways, so let's document our solution, right? So we usually, after we solve something, we document it all that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it just packs an interpreter into executable. Yeah, could be. That's probably why it is so big, because, you know, 5.8 megabytes, like what the fuck is there? So it could be like, it might be actually packs the whole Dart VM there. Okay, so day 23. Okay. Solution in Dart. Solution in Dart. So where is the official website of Dart? Here is it. Here it is. Dart Dev. Dart Dev. Okay. Test it on, and we're gonna say, like, we're gonna document the versions and stuff like that. Dart version, and here is the version. Here is the version. I copy pasted it twice. Okay. Expected results. Expected result. So let's take a look at them. People who use Python are prepared to wait 30 seconds for their solution, so not that bad. I guess. I don't know. By the way, LLXOR, do you use like PRC for all your solutions? I suppose. Maybe you used Selenium for that one. Okay, quick start. Install Dart. And we're gonna give the link specifically to that executable or something. Christ and Ruby. We used Ruby, by the way. Please do Zeek for next OSC. No Zeek. We're not doing Zeek. We're not doing Zeek. We already discussed that multiple times. And the reason why I'm not doing Zeek is exactly this. It's exactly the reason. Because people keep annoying me with this language to the point I don't want to use it anymore. No. Keep asking about it. The more you ask about Zig, the less I want to do this language. So yeah, I don't want to do it. Sorry. It is what it is. Okay, so do I have to... Okay, so here it is. Here it is. Holy shit. I cannot... Why? There's something weird. Like I cannot... Are they not allowing me to do this shit? Seriously? Can you just... You think I give a shit about all that? Yeah, boy. Epic hacker, I hacked your website. All right. What about D? We already did D, by the way. So here is like the whole list of all of the languages we tried so far. So, and D is one of them. And Zeek is not going to be one of them. Seriously. Because you keep asking me about this question, this language. I'm not going to use it. Sorry. Sorry. If only you didn't annoy me with this language, maybe I would give it a try, but... Never Kotlin. What are you talking about? By the way, does anyone look at the source code? Just click on the source code. Kotlin is right there. Kotlin is right there. What the fuck are you talking about? We had pretty much like top 20 of TORB index. Holy fuck, we tried them all. Except Zeek. Except Zeek. We're not gonna do Zeek. Okay, install that and make sure Dart is available in... have you heard of Kotlin? God damn it. Okay, path. Alright, and then do make Swift. I don't know, people are asking me to do Swift too much. So the amount of Swift requests I got is getting closer to the amount of Zeek requests. Dangerously closer. Like, I don't know. Alright. So here is the documentation. By the way, recently I started to add screencasts to my documentation. So yeah, on top of like environment and expected results, I also have a link to screencast so we can see the previous streams where I solved that specific problem. I'm not going to edit right now because I add them later. So I'm a little bit later, we're going to have a link to the screencast. Anyway, so we are about to do an epic committee and maybe even a pusher. Wait a second, did I? Yeah, I did the final result. All right, 23 add day 23 solution in Dart. How about that? We're gonna push that right into the repo. So, and the solution is finally available in the repo. So we tried 23 languages so far. Please tell me that that deserves a subscription. Does that deserve a subscription? So subscribe now for 23 different languages. So I'm not sure what's going to be the tomorrow's language. Oh shit, we only need to come up with 2 languages. Huh. So we're gonna have 24 and 25. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Timoshin Genghis. I was joking, so, but thank you so much for tier 1 subscription. Thank you. And welcome to our epic 25 languages club. We're almost there, by the way, we're almost there. So soon, after 2 streams, we're gonna become 25 languages club. Oh shit. Temujin, thank you so much for 5 gifting subs. And the Thenur, Captain Prophet, Carl Bright, Apocantalide, Der Pandas, I hope I pronounced your nicknames correctly. Welcome to our epic 23 languages club, soon to be 25 languages club. How about that? You can be now a proud member of the 23 languages club. But you can see that the majority of the code is written in Julia. Yeah, so by the percentages, you can see like how much code it took to solve a specific problem. So Julia was 20th problem. People say that 20th problem was the most difficult one. It's the one with the tiles, right? The tile puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle. So, and obviously it took a lot of code, and that's why Julia is at the top. Alrighty, that was an interesting stream, not gonna lie. To be fair, yeah, and I accidentally chose the most painful language to program in. I mean, maybe Julia developers would disagree with me, but come on. 1 based indices? Seriously? No, it was not fun, but yeah, so here's the solution for in Julia. Holy shit, that's a lot of code. That's a lot of codes. Frozen. Oh, we get it. We dropped a couple of frames. Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. Something maybe with my internet. Anyways, today was fun, but today is supposed to be a day off. But I streamed anyway because I love Advent of Code. I love all the languages. Anyway, I guess it is time for me to go. Thanks everyone who's watching right now. I really appreciate it. Have a good one, and I see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're supposed to have a random one-off stream. Basically, I will pick a random topic and stream it for the whole stream. But since Advent of Code and stuff like that, we're gonna solve the 24th problem. And then, if we have enough time, we're gonna do a random topic. I'm gonna also pick a random topic and we'll see how it goes. So anyway, check out our schedule for more information on different projects we're working on when there is no Advent of Code. Check out our VODs channel where we upload all of the streams. This stream is going to be there, but tomorrow we upload them on the next day, and it's going to be available tomorrow in this README. So I now properly document like everything I did in Advent of Code so far with screencasts, environments, and everything. So maybe eventually it will be reproducible. And also check out our Discord server for offline discussion with the community. So yeah, and let's maybe rate somebody. Who should we rate today, boys and girls? Who should we rate? Is anyone streaming Epic Advent of Code? Is there any fellow Advent of Coders? We discuss Epic Mathematicals on Discord. Oh yeah, we also need to make an introvert party. I guess I need some time to actually recover from the stream, and maybe we can do an introvert party, because I also need to go through some pull requests and stuff. Alright, so I just want to find somebody who's doing Advent of Code. Thank you for this. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for watching. So maybe we can do like control Advent. Nobody's doing Advent of Code. That's really weird. Can you guys suggest anyone who's doing Advent of Code? I wish it was a little bit... I just suggest Rexium, okay. React Electron... Random project in Rust. We actually rated them, but they don't... Thank you so much. Lindra Braga,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you for 500 bits. Thank you. Maybe AOC is not that popular. I've seen some pretty popular streamers doing AOC, but I think they're not live right now. Game Dev PRC. Oh my god, this is actually right up my valley. Let me see. So what are they doing?
Pick one.
Okay, they even have a mic. That's a straight up raid. Game development in PRC with a mic. I wish like the website would load a little bit faster. Maybe Twitch engineers need to solve a bit of Advent of Code. Got him. All right. Get ready for the raid, boys and girls. Get ready for the raid, and I see you all tomorrow. Love you. Mwah.